This is, I guess, the most important slide for those of you who are not technically able and you're considering starting a blog yourself. If you're going to go out there and set up your own blog, the first most important point with this, you want to get this right at the beginning, is choosing a topic. Now, Andrew and Daryl are going to go over a lot about choosing a financially viable topic, I believe, tomorrow. So I won't go into detail with that, but the same rules apply when choosing a financially viable blog topic. I learned a really good phrase just recently, or three-step system for deciding whether something is possibly profitable, from one of my mentors named Eben Pagan. And he has this 3 steps that you can basically apply to ask whether a niche could be profitable. I haven't got it written down, but step 1, you have to decide, are people suffering from pain in that subject in some shape or form? Or do they have an irrational passion about that subject? So that's the first criteria. Are they suffering from pain? Or do they have a rational passion? So we're talking about people with an illness or a problem to solve, puppies being born, as Brett was talking about, or really irrational people like trekkers in Star Trek, Magic the Gathering players in card games, women who buy shoes. These are things that are rational passion. Yes. Or men who buy golf clubs, just to be sexually equal. So those are rational passions. Number 2 is, are they searching for information? So are they so irrational or so much pain that they actually go online looking for information about these subjects? And that's something that Andrew and Daryl will cover quite a lot when it comes to keyword research, so I'll leave that alone. And number 3 is, are there only few perceived options to that problem? So that essentially means, are there excessive competition or is there not excessive competition? So in this case with blogs, are there already 10 blogs covering how to buy shoes for women? Probably not worth going into that market, but you could slice it down to a sub-niche, how to buy high heel shoes for women, something like that. I don't know why I'm covering shoes, but that's the way it is. So once you've chosen a topic and you're pretty confident you're going to go after it, the domain name, like we just talked about before. So get yourself a domain name. The really important point here, a lot of people who start blogs go to a service called Blogspot or Blogger. Who right now has a Blogger, Blogspot, Blogger? Okay. First piece of advice to you guys is try and get off that if you can, as soon as you can. Or if you're really stuck there, at least get yourself a domain name. The problem with Blogger, and this happened to someone I heard about several years ago, is they were making about $3,000 a month from somewhere about, I think, 5 to 10 blogs on Blogspot. If you don't know Blogspot, it's at blogger.com. It's actually owned by Google. And in this case, the person was running these blogs, and Google decided they were doing something that was against their terms of service. And overnight, they switched off all the blogs. And that means that income stream just disappeared. And they tried to get the blogs back up, but Google didn't have anything to say about it. They declined it, and they basically lost all their content, their entire websites, their entire income stream. So if you have your own domain name, if someone shut down your hosting, you can just move it to another host, and you're still okay. So that's really the most important tip if you ever have a website, is to have your own domain name. The system I recommend you use to actually set up a blog is called WordPress, and it's free. You've got to be careful, though. You go to the WordPress.org version to download the software. If you go to the WordPress.com version, it's like Blogger. You can set up a free website, but you don't own it. So if you're really going to be serious about setting up websites with blogs, with WordPress, get yourself a domain name, download this software, and then put it onto a server. Now, if that's totally off the top of your head, your tech person can do that. It's a 5-minute activity, and it's not too difficult.